Now, that's all very nice, but some of you are sitting there thinking, yeah, well, my kid's not going to know what respect mean. What does respect mean? Okay, good question. That's number 2. Now, we need to get from the general to the specific. So now I want to define what does each of those look like in each setting of the schools. What are the behaviors associated with respect in the hallway? So here's the Spark School. Remember, safety, peace, attitude, responsibility, and I forget what the K was. Kindness. Okay. So here's the rules. In the hallway, what this looks like, safe looks like hands, feet, and body to yourself, walk calmly on the right at all times, allow classes to pass first, respect the right of way, and watch where you're walking. That's what safety looks like in the hallway at this school. These are the behaviors associated with safety. What does kind look like? Say, excuse me if you bump into someone, listen to adults, and use kind language and a quiet voice. So for each environment in the school, we've now taken the parts of the motto and defined the behaviors that are associated with that slogan. Here's another example. I know you can't read this, but in this school, the 3 categories are be responsible, be respectful, and be resourceful. And here you see classroom, playground, hallways, washroom, lunch, assemblies, before and after school, and bus, and behaviors that are associated with each of the elements of the slogan. So in assembly, be responsible means follow the assembly routine. Be respectful means be a good listener. Sing "O Canada" with pride, and clap respectfully. In assemblies, be resourceful means sit with kids who help you behave. Right? So they've literally defined the behaviors associated with each part of the slogan. Here's a third example. At Norcom, we care, compassion, accountability, respect, excellence, all the settings, and here's the behaviors associated. So that's the second piece. Kids don't do this, teachers do this. School-wide PBS is a everybody buys in or we don't even bother with it endeavor. Administration buys in, teachers buy in, secretaries buy in, janitors buy in, bus people buy in, everybody's bought in. We're a school-wide PBS school. So now we've defined the behaviors associated with each part. We now want to teach the expectations. We don't just want to say to kids, I'm not going to post this on the wall and say, 3rd graders, pay attention to this. This is what's expected of you. Like, how's that going to work for you? Not very well, right? Even 11th graders, right, pay attention to this. Here's what's expected of you. I don't think so. Right? So we need to teach the expectations. We literally create a schedule of instruction and lesson plans for teaching the expectations by environment at the start of the year, and then probably in January after Christmas, because by that time everybody seems to have forgotten everything, probably again after spring break, because, everybody forgot everything again, right? Right? And maybe in between, if our data show that problem behavior is increasing at a rate that is unacceptable, right? So we want to teach the expectations in the actual settings. We want to teach the words. We want to teach the rationales. We want to teach the action. So the teachers create lesson plans, literally lesson plans. Here's the playground. There's a lesson plan for teaching the expectations on the playground, and we teach those expectations in the playground, right? Here's a lesson plan for teaching the expectations of how you behave in the washrooms, how you're responsible, respectful, and resourceful in the washrooms, in the assemblies, and so forth and so on, right? And this happens right in the beginning. This is a great way to use those first couple weeks of craziness in the beginning of the school year, where everybody's like, I don't even know who my teacher is because I've had 4 in the last 20 minutes, right? Like everybody's, right? Right? This is a great way to use that time because it's school-wide, right? Because it's school-wide. And so there are lesson plans, and I'm talking lesson plans, right? Right? Here's the intro, and the lesson plan consists of, here's what the rule is, Here's how I'm going to demonstrate what the rule looks like, and then I'm going to have students role play or enact the behaviors that they're supposed to do. If the behavior is walking straight in line with your arms at your side, you see classrooms of children practicing that behavior in the hallway, right? Because they're actually engaging in the behavior. And then I provide feedback, right? So there's actual lesson planning involved here. Okay? And we teach these skills just like, this was like such a great setup for me, right? Just like Eileen just described, right? We use systematic instruction. We teach these skills just like we teach academic skills, just like we would teach reading or math or, I don't know, whatever, right? We use positive examples and negative examples, right? So we show what to do and what not to do, right? I'll show you an example of that in just a second. We want to provide regular practice. We want to reinforce appropriate behavior. Boy, you guys, you third graders, you just walked down that hall so nicely. That's exactly what respect looks like in the hallway, right? So we practice it, and then we monitor progress. And if we see that there's our data, our school-wide data, and I'll show you how to take that in a minute, are deteriorating, we know that we need some booster sessions. We may also use strategies like video modeling. So for students with autism and developmental disabilities, sometimes practicing it with their classmates is just not going to be enough. They also need to see it. They need multiple opportunities to experience what it's supposed to look like outside of these practice sessions, so we can create video models around that, which also might be useful for the rest of the school.